Tēnā koutou whānau, ko Jason tōku ingoa.
Ko Rachel tōku ingoa.
Ko Deborah tōku ingoa.
Ko Donna tōku ingoa.
Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.
Kia ora koutou. Ko Karioi te mainga, ko Waikato te awa, ko Tainui te waka, ko whāngaroa, no whāngaroa ahau, ko Tainui te iwi, ko Janelle Riki tōku ingoa, he kaia ko ahau I te akomanga reorua o Aorangi. So my name is Janelle and I affiliate to Tainui tribe and my whānau are from Raglan.
My name is Te Haere Sterling. I am of Kaitahu, Ngāti Porou, Whanapanui, Ngāti Kahu in descent, born and raised in Kaikoura.
Kia ora, I'm Mel. I work at Tuahiwi School. I'm the Deputy Principal and I look after the 3 whitireia or bilingual classes here. I'm Ngaitirangi heritage, so I don't whakapapa tūnei tau.
Kia ora, Lynn Harata Te Aika, Head of School of Māori Social and Cultural Studies, College of Ed, University of Canterbury.
Hi, I'm Rosie.
Hi, my name's Teresa.
We interviewed 8 people, 4 who were involved in the bilingual units and who had prior knowledge of the Treaty of Waitangi principles, and 4 random people who did get their opinions on our critical inquiry. We asked each person if they knew what a bilingual unit was. The results were 7 out of 8 could identify what a unit was and what occurred in the unit. We then asked how many units there are in the Canterbury region. The results varied from no idea through to 20 something. When we asked if there should be more, all of our research participants said yes. This for us answered questions on why people thought there should be more. The 4 participants who were involved in the bilingual units gave their reasons for more classes because they had seen the results in the children and the boost in the children's identity, self-worth, well-being, growth and confidence and independence. The interesting attitude of the 4 random participants was the importance of the Māori language. New Zealand is the only country that speaks te reo, and to keep this wonderful language alive, it needs to be spoken more. Do you know that Ngā Tahu's goal is to have 1,000 families speaking te reo by 2025? The results of our survey show that only the 4 who were involved in the bilingual units knew about this goal. This shows to us that this important goal is not common knowledge in the wider community. Do only Māori know about this goal?
Are you ready?
Alternatively, is this a goal we should have for every family in the Tahu area for all people? Thought-provoking, isn't it? All of our participants thought this goal was achievable. The numbers are growing as the language is being used more and more in schools. One of the worries was the levels of competence when speaking in the home. If the goal is just a few words of te reo, it is achievable. However, for fluency in the language, this would be more difficult. Our also stated the importance of being comfortable in our own identity and to know our local history and the importance of the language to know what we need to keep in use.
The question that caused the most controversy in our survey was the "Are you aware that Aorangi has a bilingual unit and that the Ministry of Education is looking at closing the school? And how do you think this move will impact on the children?" All 8 of our participants knew about the closing of the school, though being involved with the bilingual units or through the media. The 8 participants were very emotional when it came to the children and the impacts it will have on them. We expected this from our 4 mainstream participants, however the answers from our 4 random people surprised us with their honesty. All commented on the power of the Ministry of Education and how long it has taken to make a decision and how this has affected the students and staff in the community. It was noted by 4 of our participants that this would not happen at Fendleton School because of the decile and the parents having the funds to continue a unit and to have costs covered. Our results are as follows. Our 4 mainstream participants had similar ideas of growing in the students' mana and having pride in their culture and how this could be lost in another school. The community played a large part within a bilingual unit and how it needs everyone from the student, whānau and community to want and to help with the unit, and how this builds self-esteem and identity through the program. It is also important to note that the uniqueness to the particular area and that a bilingual unit cannot be moved to another school and work with the same efficiency. Our 4 non-stream, all 4 talked about how difficult it would be and to get into another bilingual unit and the struggles of the children to adapt to another school and how change affects their children at any age. They also were concerned about the loss of speaking te reo. However, we felt they lost the overall fact that the bilingual unit helps not just with the language but also with haora, the whole well-being of the student. Each of the participants stated the importance of the whānau and the communities when having a bilingual unit in the local school, as without the support it would be impossible to have a successful unit.
Our last question focuses on the Treaty of Waitangi and the principles, partnership, protection and participation. We asked our participants whether they thought the government was honouring the treaty principles with closing a school with a bilingual unit. The results from our non-mainstream participants was that they thought the treaty is not being upheld because they felt there is not enough units, so the protection is not being covered. In addition, as we are a bicultural society quoted, Māori and everyone else, we are not honouring by not putting in enough resources. It was also mentioned there was not enough funding towards bilingual units. The 4 mainstream had a large input on the subject. They felt the active protection of the language was being lost. Under the treaty, Māori were promised governorship of all things Māori. If they were honouring the treaty, Māori would make decisions on protecting and educating their tamariki, whereas the closure of this bilingual unit is not made by the community. There was no consultation, no participation, and no control over what happens. Whānau are being told, not asked, and had no empowerment. This is the end of our presentation. We'd like to leave you with a few thoughts to ponder. As prospective teachers, would we be fighting the same fight if this was a Decile 10 school in Fendleton of a mainstream classroom? Who holds the power for this school? Do the children and their whānau have a say? Why close a school that offers so much to its students and community?